Who called me? The question echoed in the sudden silence of my apartment as the bedroom door, the one I was sure I had left slightly ajar, clicked shut with a definitive lock. Then, a whisper, faint, yet undeniably there, brushed against my ear. My name. Sarah. My apartment was my sanctuary, a cozy space where I could unwind after a long day. The bedroom door was usually left slightly open, allowing a sliver of light to filter in from the living room. It was a habit, a small comfort. My evening had been unremarkable. Dinner, a book, the usual. I was just about to drift off to sleep when I heard it. A soft click, the distinct sound of the door latching. I hadn't gotten up. My cat, Whiskers, was curled up at the foot of the bed, sound asleep. A chill snaked down my spine. Had I imagined it? I sat up, peering into the dim light. The door was definitely closed, the lock engaged. I distinctly remembered leaving it open. As I was about to get out of bed to investigate, I heard it again, a whisper, so close it felt like someone was right beside me. Sarah. My breath hitched. That was my name. But who had said it? Whiskers remained asleep, oblivious. My apartment was locked from the inside. There was no one else here. I cautiously got out of bed, my heart pounding in my chest. The air felt heavy, charged with an unsettling energy. I approached the door slowly, my hand hovering over the cold, metal knob. I hesitated, a sense of dread washing over me. What was on the other side? Or rather, what was with the door? I reached out and gently tried the handle. Locked. I hadn't locked it myself. I was sure of it. I pressed my ear against the cool wood, straining to hear anything on the other side. Silence. Then, just as I was about to pull away, I heard it again, fainter this time, almost a breath against the wood. Sarah. It was definitely my name, whispered in a low, almost mournful tone. The blue and red tones from the mid-journey prompt flashed in my mind, creating an image of a dark, surreal hallway beyond the door, the cracks around the frame glowing ominously. This wasn't just a door. Something strange was happening with it. Over the next few days, the door's behavior became increasingly bizarre. It would lock and unlock on its own, sometimes multiple times a day. I would hear faint whispers coming from behind it. Sometimes my name, sometimes other unintelligible sounds. I tried everything to figure out what was going on. I checked the hinges, the lock mechanism, looking for any sign of a malfunction or tampering. There was nothing. The door was old, solid wood, but otherwise ordinary. I even tried talking to it, asking who or what was whispering my name. Sometimes I would hear a faint response, a barely audible murmur that sounded like my name being repeated. It was like the door was trying to communicate with me, but in a way that was both unsettling and strangely personal. I started avoiding the bedroom, sleeping on the sofa instead. But even from the living room, I could sometimes hear the faint click of the lock, the almost imperceptible whisper of my name carried on the still night air. The question from the thumbnail, "Who called me?" became a constant source of anxiety. One evening, as I was sitting on the sofa, the bedroom door suddenly slammed shut with a loud bang, even though there was no draft. Then, the whispering started, louder this time, more insistent. "Sarah, Sarah, you need to remember." Remember what? I had no idea. The glowing cracks from the mid-journey prompt seemed to materialize in my mind's eye, as if the door itself was under some kind of pressure, about to break open and reveal something hidden. I cautiously approached the door, pressing my ear against it once more. The whispers swirled around me, fragments of words I couldn't quite make out, but my name was a constant thread woven through them. Then one phrase became clear, whispered right against the wood, as if someone was speaking directly into my ear. The key, under the floorboards. My eyes widened. I did have a loose floorboard in the corner of my bedroom, one I had always meant to fix. I had no idea why, but I felt compelled to check. With trembling hands, I found a screwdriver and pried open the loose floorboard. Underneath, nestled in the dust, was a small, antique wooden box. It was locked. And then I heard the whisper again, this time right behind me, even though the door was still closed. "The key is in your grandmother's old music box." My grandmother's music box. I hadn't thought about it in years. It was stored away in a box in the closet. I rushed to the closet, found the music box, and sure enough, inside, tucked away beneath the velvet lining, was a tiny, ornate key. It fit the lock on the wooden box perfectly. Inside the box, I found old letters, photographs, and a faded diary. It was my grandmother's, detailing a secret she had kept hidden for decades, a secret about our family history. The door hadn't just whispered my name, it had guided me to a hidden truth, a forgotten piece of my own past. What if the inanimate objects in our homes hold echoes of the past, waiting for the right moment to reveal their secrets? Have you ever felt a strange connection to a particular object? Share your stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Inverted Everyday Stories for more tales from the mysteriously animated world around us. And tell us, if a door in your home started whispering your name, what would you do?